Welcome to EYE on Sci-Fi podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 235 of EYE on Sci-Fi podcast, the podcast where we share with you terrific indie science fiction and fantasy, online short films, web series, and also other closely related media. We also, on occasion, have conversations with the talented and interesting creators who are producing outstanding indie speculative work. Thank you for joining me. And in this episode, I'm doing a new 4-part series about sci-fi and fantasy films that have not been remade, reimagined, or rebooted and shouldn't be. And at the top of my list is Event Horizon. This film was originally released in 1997, and it stars Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill, and they head up a remarkable cast. Now, a bit of trivia. When Event Horizon was originally released, it was a flop. It did not succeed commercially in theaters. However, in the over 27 years since its release, it has gained a cult following because audiences have begun to appreciate just how remarkable this film is. So, Event Horizon is about the titular ship, the Event Horizon. In the year 2040, it is designed with an experimental gravity drive that gives the ship the ability to travel by means of folding time and space. And Sam Neill's character, Dr. Weir, created and designed the ship and its gravity drive. But when the ship activates the drive for the first time to begin its journey to the nearby galaxy of Proxima Centauri, something goes horribly wrong and it vanishes. When the film opens, it is 7 years later in the year 2047, and the Event Horizon has appeared around the orbit of Saturn. Now, Lawrence Fishburne's character, Captain Miller, and his team aboard the Lewis and Clark pick up Dr. Weir on Earth, and they head out to Saturn to rendezvous with the Event Horizon to find out exactly what the hell happened to the ship in 7 years. Now, from the moment that Captain Miller and his team board the Event Horizon, that is when the horrific events begin to unfold as the crew unravel what happened to the ship and its crew. What happened to the crew of the Event Horizon and where exactly did it go after it vanished? Now, I can't reveal more details because it will spoil it, but let me say that the details as they eventually unfold will chill you to your bones. Event Horizon has not lessened in terms of its impact. It is very atmospheric and creepy, and the sense of mounting terror and dread never lets up. Now, I mentioned the remarkable cast. That cast includes Sean Pertwee, Jolie Richardson, Jason Isaac, Richard T. Jones, and Kathleen Quinlan. And they all turn in fantastic performances as a salvage crew that becomes enmeshed in a supernatural horror mystery story. Now, part of what makes Event Horizon special is that it was produced in the time when film didn't depend so heavily on CGI, which was still in its nascent stages. So the Event Horizon itself, the design for it was influenced by the cathedral in Notre Dame. It's got this gothic, creepy feel on the interior, but it has very good visual and special effects that hold up, and combined with the chilling script and the superb performances, trying to remake this film, I believe, would be a mistake because it would be like catching lightning in a bottle. It is a viewing experience that I think should be just left alone for people to experience and for new viewers to discover on their own. So I highly recommend watching Event Horizon if you have not seen it, but make sure that when you do, watch it with the lights on. And there you have it, the first part of a forthcoming 4-part series on sci-fi and fantasy films that should not be remade, rebooted, or reimagined. Again, thank you for joining me, and let me encourage you to check out our link tree in the show notes of this episode. From the link tree, you will be able to visit our podcast archive and explore all of our other episodes. You will also be taken to our website, the7thmatrix.com, where you will be able to also explore all of the other terrific indie, science fiction and fantasy, online short films, web series, and other closely related media. Please leave us a review and rating wherever you get your podcast, because that does help others find us, and we appreciate that. I also need to ask you for your support, because without the kind and generous support of listeners like you, we would not be able to do the work that we do here at EYE ON SCI-FI Podcast and over at the7thmatrix.com. And again, we appreciate all of this. So next episode will be part 2 of sci-fi and fantasy films that should not be rebooted, remade, or reimagined. And I hope that you join me. Until next time, remember, take a break, escape the mundane, and enter the fantastic. Take care.